Good evening. Thank you. 1 year ago, I introduced my father when he declared his candidacy. In his own way and through his own sheer force of will, he sacrificed greatly to enter the political arena as an outsider, and he prevailed against a field of 16 very talented competitors. For more than a year, Donald Trump has been the people's champion, and tonight he is the people's nominee. Like many of my fellow millennials, I do not consider myself categorically Republican or Democrat. More than party affiliation, I vote based on what I believe is right for my family and for my country. Sometimes it's a tough choice. That is not the case each time. As the proud daughter of your nominee, I am here to tell you that this is the moment and Donald Trump is the person to make America great again. Real change, the kind we have not seen in decades, is only going to come from outside the system, and it's only going to come from a man who spent his entire life doing what others said could not be done. My father is a fighter. When the primaries got tough and they were tough, he did what a great leader does. He dug deeper, worked harder, got better, and became stronger. I have seen him fight for his family. I have seen him fight for his employees. I have seen him company for our country. It's been the story of his life and more recently the spirit of his campaign. It's also a prelude to reaching the goal of united us all. When his party, and better still this country, knows what it's like to win again. It is possible to be famous and yet not really well known. That describes the father who raised me. In the same office in Trump Tower where we now work together, I remember playing on the floor on my father's desk, constructing miniature buildings with Legos and vector sets, while he did the same with concrete, steel, and glass. My father taught my siblings and me the importance of positive values and strong ethical compass. He showed us how to be resilient, how to deal with challenges, and how to strive for excellences all in all that we do. He taught us there is nothing that we cannot accomplish if we marry vision and passion with an enduring work ethic. One of my father's greatest talents is the ability to see potential in people before they see it in themselves. It was like that for us to growing up. He taught us that potential rises into nothing without effort. And like him, we each had responsibility to work not just for ourselves, but for the betterment of the world around us. Over the years, on too many occasions to count, I saw my father tear stories out of the newspaper about people whom he had never met who were facing some injustice or hardship. He write a note to his assistant in a signature black felt tip pen and request that persons be found and invited to Trump Tower to meet with him. He would talk to them and then draw upon his extensive network to find them a job or get them a break. And they would leave his office, as people so often do after having been with Donald Trump, feeling that life could be great again. Throughout my entire life, I have witnessed his empathy and generosity towards others, especially those who are suffering, is just his way of being in the corner when you're down. My father not only has the strength and ability necessary to be our next president, but also the kindness and compassion that will enable him to be the leader that this country needs. My father has a sense of fairness that touches every conviction he holds. I worked alongside of him for now more than a decade now at the Trump organization, and I've seen how he operates as a leader, making important decisions that shape careers and that change lives. I've learned a lot about the world from working construction jobs by side. When run properly, construction sites are true meritocracies. Competence in the building trades is easy to spot, and competence is impossible to hide. These sites also incredible melting pots, gathering people from all walks of life and uniting them to work towards a single mission. There have always been men of all backgrounds and ethnicities on my father's job sites, and long before it was commonplace, we also saw women. My father values talent. He recognizes real knowledge and skill when he finds it. He is colorblind and gender neutral. He hires the best person for the job, period. Words and promises, no matter how visionary they sound, will only get you so far. In our business, you're not a builder unless you got a building to show for it, or in my father's case, city kind skylines. Most people strive for their entire lives to achieve great success in a single industry. My father has succeeded in many on the highest level on a global scale. One of the reasons he has thrived as an entrepreneur is because he listens to everyone. Millionaire executives don't usually ask the people doing the work for their opinion of the work. My father is an exception. On every one of these projects, you see him talking to the super, the painter, the engineers, the electricians. He asks them for their feedback if they think something should be done differently or could be done better. When Donald Trump is in charge, all that counts is ability, effort, and excellence. This has long been the philosophy of the Trump organization. At my father's company, there are more female than male executives. Women are paid equally for the work that we do, and when a woman becomes a mother, she is supported, not shut out. Women represent 46% of the total U.S. labor force, and 40% of American households have female primary breadwinners. In 2014, women made 83%, 94 cents for each other, earned by men 77 cents. And researchers have noticed gender is no longer the factor creating the greatest wage discrepancy. Motherhood is. And President, my father will change the labor laws and will put them to place at a time when women are not a significant portion of the workforce. We will focus on making quality childcare affordable and accessible for all. As a mother myself, I had three young children. I know how hard it is to work while raising a family, and also know I'm far more fortunate than most American families need relief. Policies that allow women with children to thrive should not be novelties, they should be the norm. Politicians talk about wage equality, but my father has made it a practice and his company throughout his entire career. We will fight for equal pay, for equal co-work, and we'll fight for this too, right alongside of him. Americans today need economy to protect people thrive again. A Trump presidency will turn the economy around and restore each new generation hope for brighter opportunities than those of the generation it came before. In Donald Trump, you have a candidate who knows the difference between wanting something done and making happen. When my father says that he will build a tower, keep an eye on the skyline. Floor by floor, a solid structure will appear, usually regular setting the stage in the kind of in the design. Real people are hired to do real work. Vision becomes reality. When my father says we will make America great again, he will deliver. Deliver. We have a chance this year to reclaim our heritage as a country that dreams big and makes the impossible happen. Fortunately, Donald Trump is incapable of thinking small. When I was a child, my father always told me, Algonka, if you're gonna be thinking anyway, you might as well think big. As president, my father will take on the bold and worthy fights. He will be unafraid to set lofty goals, but he will be relentless in his determination to achieve them. To people all over America, I say, when you have my father in your corner, you will never again have to worry about being let down. People will fight for you all the time, all the way.